Welcome to episode 27 of the Laced Up Show. This is a show all about sneakers and sneaker news. I'm your host, Chase, with my co-host, as always, Landon, and we have another fun episode for you guys. So diving right in, we got Heineken Drops, Heineken Kicks. That's right. Heineken debuts their Heineken Kicks, which is a sneaker where people can actually drink beer from. Kinda. It's a little weird, but for this creation, Heineken teamed up with the shoe surgeon, aka Dominic Sebron, who has made kicks for LeBron James, DJ Khaled, and Drake. So the Heineken Kicks are limited edition sneakers, and it's to tie in the launch of their new Heineken Silver, which is the brewer's lighter, lower alcohol beer that went on sale earlier this year. So some of the cool features of this shoe is that it has a removable metal bottle opener built into its tongue, and also the sneakers themselves contain the actual beer. So the company used a specialized surgical injection molding method to inject Heineken Silver into the soles of the shoe. But in total, there will be 32 pairs made of these Heineken Kicks, and 7 will be dropping in Singapore later this year. So Landon, what are your thoughts on these?
What in the world? This is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. But it's really cool. You know what it looks like? It looks like an Air Max 270.
Yeah, that's the
and
first
like
thing
they're
I
a 720 or something like that.
Or like a,
so
what's the ones that like a real? Yeah, I think it's a 270.
No, yeah, it's because they got the big bubble in the bottom. So it's like Heineken.
This is our live stream show, Villanova.
Yeah. So it's like Heineken Brandon. It's
Yeah,
like not
yeah,
like a
yeah.
shoe. It's cool that they teamed up with Shoe Surgeon.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, props to him.
Outsourcing the Shoe Surgeon.
yeah.
Yeah, because gosh, he's super popular. He's done
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds of different stuff. Got a bottle cap opener for the tongue. I'm not gonna lie, the shoe does not look bad.
That's
like
what
we've seen some shoes like Power Rangers has teamed up with someone, or
Reebok.
someone's teamed up with someone, and it just looks like
Yeah.
like that doesn't look that great of a shoe. This doesn't even look like a bad shoe,
No.
dude. Heineken, until you realize there's only 32 pairs made, and you're
Yeah.
not gonna get a pair.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Because here's one thing. We've seen, like, shoe value go way, way, way down.
Yeah, the market's
Like,
bad right
yeah,
now.
like, literally almost everything is at retail price before the release date. And if it's super hype, then maybe it's $100 over retail.
Right.
Like, you're seeing people, you can get shoes now before they release for what you used to be able to get them for if it was, like, a really bad shoe.
Right.
Like, even, like, bad shoes would be 30, 40 over. So I'm wondering what, like, a pair like this will even be selling for.
Yeah, I don't know. 30
mean-
pairs. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, I'd say probably 10 or 15 above retail.
Dude, the beer in the shoe is gonna be so trippy though.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how that's gonna work. Can you imagine someone's gonna pop the thing and drink it,
Oh, for sure.
and that's gonna be gross.
Someone's gonna chug it
Bro, hot beer been
Yeah.
sitting in a rubbery shoe.
on
Someone's
your
gonna
foot.
do it. Someone's gonna buy these shoes and be like, I'm drinking the Heineken shoe, and then they're gonna be like dead the next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird. I probably wouldn't recommend drinking it either.
No, I
but
wouldn't. Nah, I would
yeah,
not recommend
it's. I mean,
doing that.
I think it's a really cool shoe. I think it's a cool collab. It's kind of interesting that Heineken. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
bro, hot beer. That's what I'm saying. Ugh.
I think Heineken. They couldn't really collab with anyone because the last time they did that way, they had the Heineken Nike Dunks, and that was way
Did that actually
back.
happen?
And
It was
no,
the
that was like
Heineken
a.
Dunks,
It
right?
did. They
It,
tried
it just
to.
didn't actually release.
Right.
Same thing with like the. I mean, we
7-Eleven.
saw a lot. The 7-Eleven. We saw a lot. Oh, it'd be so flat. That's
Yeah.
true. This would be no carbonation. I gotta say though, this does kind of open up the I would buy some Air Max 270s with some liquid in it.
You think?
Yeah, just like with some water in it,
It's interesting.
or like some Gator, like just to like see it kind of washing around through
Yeah.
the. I think it'd be a really cool effect.
Yeah, they kind of. I mean, they did that with the Jesus and the
Jesus
Devil
shoes,
shoes,
yeah.
both of them
Well,
too.
both of them. I guess you had the blood more
Yeah.
so in the. But yeah, and the Jesus Air Max 97s, I'm pretty sure they had it was like water from the Nile in there.
Yeah, I forget. I don't
I'm pretty
know.
sure they put like water from the Nile River or something in there. So this is like it's actually a kind of a cool concept. I'm definitely not like opposed to it.
Then follow up. How do you like Shoe Surgeon kind of just like making his own shoe? Basically, that's no collab. That's not Nike manufacturing. Like he made those 32 pairs.
Doesn't look like it's just its own independent model. in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
don't
I mean,
think
it
so?
looks. I mean, it's a cool. Like I think he did a good job.
Do you
Like-
think following this, like, do you think shoe
Man, that
surgeon?
word is tripping
oh,
you
man.
up. We got to go next article.
Yeah. Do you think he could make his own line
I don't know,
and like
man.
do
I mean,
a mass production?
I just maybe. I mean, I wonder. Like, I don't really know much about the shoe surgeon. If he's like his own like like independent, just one guy does his own stuff like independently, because that could be why there's only 32 pairs being made. It's like, dude, like if you want to have a full size run of these, it's all he's gonna work on for the next 8 months.
Yeah.
He's trying to produce a couple thousand pairs of these.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, so I don't know a ton about the shoe surgeon. I've just seen some of his work, and it's really cool. This is
super
gonna
high
be a
quality
sick
stuff.
model. Like,
Yeah.
I'm. You said like they injected it. Like, how did they inject it? With like
It
a
was some
syringe or something like that?
yeah, special injection molding method. So I don't know exactly how they did. I'm assuming they used like a syringe and then just filled them up, because I think that's how they did the other Air Max 97s and stuff
Probably.
like that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's super cool. But moving on, Landon, what do we got next?
All right, we got Kanye West accuses Adidas of doing Yeezy Day without his approval. Kanye West appears to be unhappy about this year's celebration of Yeezy Day, the brand-created holiday for the Adidas Yeezy line that's observed annually on August 2nd. Kanye shared his disapproval of Yeezy by saying that Adidas made up the Yeezy Day idea without my approval, and it didn't stop there. According to West, the brand also reissued older Adidas Yeezy styles, designed Yeezy colorways, and hired employees for the line, including general manager of Yeezy, all without his approval. West also shed light on his ongoing partnership with Balenciaga and Gap, claiming that Adidas slowed down the production of the casual sneakers he and Balenciaga creative director Demna, not going to try the last name, created for Gap, despite the footwear not even breaching his contract with the Three Stripes brand. So, I mean, honestly, it gets even uglier from there. He goes on to say that whenever he approached Adidas to, produce more pairs of his popular Yeezy slides, the brand said they didn't have the capacity. Meanwhile, Adidas was copying his slides and like kind of making their own version of the Yeezy slides, which we're now referring to as the Adilite slides that released this year. And it looks like Adidas has declined to comment on this at the moment. So, like, yikes, this is kind of bad. But what do you think about this? Like, do you think it's the beginning of the end, or can they mend this?
No, this is it.
You think it's the beginning of the
For
end?
sure.
It's been getting sour.
Yeah, it has.
Like, bad.
Like, that's why Adidas knows it, because the Yeezy Day was all like super old stuff, like turtle doves and stuff like that. Like, no, they're just dumping everything because they know that it's gonna end. They know it.
I think it's so weird because and like. It's where I almost try and relate everything back to sports, but I mean, you're starting to see like, I mean, you have these superstars in sports that are trying to force their ways and do different stuff like this, and you have like Kanye West like kind of like going out on a like off on like his own, like on this whole wild thing that he's gone through with this whole like Kim K divorce type stuff,
right.
and like, and I don't want to say he went off the rails. I don't actually know what's going on fully in his life. I just see what's being brought to light, and it's not a lot of good stuff. But I mean, you see these brands and like these organizations trying to take the power back.
Oh, for sure.
Like Kanye West going off. Like, I don't want to say, I mean, Kanye can do whatever he wants to do, but he is directly connected to Adidas, and a lot of what Kanye's done these past couple of years has been, kind of generally looked at as, kind of crazy or, toxic or whatever. Like something that you don't want to tie yourself to.
Right.
What are we seeing? Nike saying this might be the last Kyrie 9.
Yep.
This might be the last shoe. You're seeing brands start to like take control back of their stuff. It's a really it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because it's always been like, no matter how big of a diva, whoever this person or that person is, you got to make them happy because they are who they are and they can, help lead. But like, we're seeing these places be like,
yeah, I don't know. I think it's honestly a bad look on Adidas, especially the way they're doing it. Like, it's not like a celebration of Kanye, like, hey, like, thanks so much for what you did. You literally changed Adidas's brand when it came to hype culture.
Yeah, and like legitimately, they're saying like, it doesn't even, like, he didn't even know about it really. Like how, and I don't know if I actually made it into this article, but like this year they actually put on Yeezy Day like without even telling him.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even say anything about it. Like they just went ahead and just, because it did feel weird this year for Yeezy Day. I don't know what it was.
So bad.
Like the drop started in the morning. It was all day. There was a lot of like, a lot of stuff. Just like they had to restart all these kinds of releases because like there was bugs and stuff like that.
So
like
bad.
It almost felt like they're starting to go ahead and just like milk every penny worth out of whatever Yeezy model is left out there. Because I was gonna say, do you think Kanye's gonna like start floating brands, or do you think he's gonna try and attach himself to a different brand again?
See, it's tough. He's kind of like in the same Kyrie kind of issue. Like, who's gonna touch him? Who's gonna touch him? Who's gonna partner? Like, he brings a lot of weight, but he also has a lot of baggage. So it's gonna be tough. So I honestly want him to make his own. I would love to
Could you even
see
imagine
what
that?
100% Kanye could do.
It's
Yeah,
the start of the end of
yeah,
Yeezys. I think it's got to be, man. Like,
it has to be.
but
At
the
least
thing,
with Adidas.
yeah,
At
that's
least
what I'm
with
saying because
Adidas.
I don't know what the contract looks like between like the naming rights for Adidas and stuff like that. Because if it is, I gotta say it's probably
No, I
specifically
think
to Kanye
yeah,
because he had the
because
Yeezy with Nike.
and Gap. Like
Right.
he's moved his brand with other. So yeah, but yeah, it's a little weird because like if that's true, then how did they even get away with saying Yeezy Day and releasing the Yeezy? So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm not a fan of Kanye sneakers. There's not. Yeah,
You know, I'm only a
they're
fan of a
mixed.
few of them.
I
Like,
think the older Kanye Yeezys were a lot better than these newer ones for sure. It just seems like they've been milking the same 3 models and there
I
hasn't
mean,
been too
but they
much
brought out the
innovation.
slides, the foam runners, and those
Yeah,
things
but
went
like
crazy.
those were good, but
Those
like
went crazy.
but like
That's
the
been within the last year
the
and a half.
350s, they didn't really do too much to them. Like I don't know.
They see. I don't know. I don't even fully agree with that because they did the 350 V2 mono ice, the mono line. They did the 350.
Yeah,
What
but
was
like
it that they
I
did
feel
with,
like that was like
the
so
knit,
subtle.
the knit runner stuff type whatever. I stick with the Damon Harden for Adidas. There you go. There you go. Oh yeah, dude. The Dame 8 bubblegum color came out today. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, I don't
Yeezy
even
look
know.
like in the future? That's an interesting question, Fresh. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I think it's gonna get like I just don't
It's
know
just weird to see
exactly.
this stuff come to an end because it's not like
It's how long has Yeezy been going along with Adidas?
it's
Does anyone
been
know?
it's been a while. It's got to be about 10 years.
2016 was when did the Turtle Doves come out?
I don't know because
No,
because the
I
what
don't
was
think it's
it
been
the
20 years.
no, I didn't say 2010.
Oh, 10.
Because I think it was like 10 years ago roughly is when the
Early as 2016. So it's almost been a decade.
I'll just say because you had I'm trying to remember when the Yeezy Red Octobers came out for Nike,
Right.
and then pretty shortly after that he went to Adidas, I thought. So and I think that was around like 2010, 2011 ish was whenever those were coming out. So I mean, it's just the landscape is crazy. You can obviously see like this is a really soured relationship. What we just covered a Kanye thing like a month or two ago. What was it that like it was the whole I guess it kind of made this article the whole like fake the Autolite slides
Yeah,
being
yeah,
and then
that-
and then he took it even a step further in this interview and he was
Yeah.
like yeah like I legitimately told them I wanted to go make more Yeezy slides. They said they don't have the capacity while they were making Autolite slides and
Yeah.
profiting off the Yeezy
look.
type of look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I personally like I could see the similarities and I could see the difference. I kind of see both sides. But like I've asked some people about it and be like, "Oh yeah, I want those Yeezy slides," and they'll show me those, and I'm like, "Those aren't Yeezy."
Yeah.
So like people, so I mean, obviously,
If
if
there's
they're
a-
trying to or not, they
right.
deke some people.
Yeah.
They definitely deke some people. Would you say are the KD15 more comfortable than the 14s? They're different. They're different comfortable. Like you got more spring in the forefoot, but it's a little softer foam in the 14s. I feel like. But I think I like the cushioning better on the 15s, to be honest. But what's our next article? Kick us off. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, moving on, we got Tombogo crafts their own 3-in-1 sneaker with Saucony. So Tombogo has made their name for themselves with a range of unique products and customizable garments. And coming very soon is their modular design 3-in-1 sneaker. Now that's dubbed the Butterfly. The shoe is comprised with a sock-style liner and more of a robust outer shell, both which can be either worn separately or combined together. So this shoe features an outer shell that is similar to a clog type of shoe that has a lot of cutouts that allow breathability, while the inner booty is basically a mesh that has just a reinforced rubber outsole for traction. Now, these modular sneakers will be live as a raffle on August 16th at Tombogo.com. But Landon, what are your thoughts on this shoe specifically? And also, do you see other brands making more modular type of shoes in the future?
I think this is really cool.
Yeah,
I think this is
they're
really
sick.
cool. So first off, like the inside shoe, I don't really see that being worn much by itself, just because like the outside, like
Kind
it
of
looks like
reminds
a
me of
wrestling shoe.
the Combine, or no, what is it called from Nike, where it's like a lifting shoe?
The
Starts with a C.
not the Romero, not the Metcons.
No.
None
Yeah,
of
the
that
Metcons.
The Metcons, okay.
Metcons.
Yeah, because like the outer shoe itself looks actually really cool too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean that part I can see because it's got the whole tread pattern, it's got the stuff like that. But the shoe within a shoe concept is cool. I actually saw this. I wondered if you would do it because it's cool that they teamed up with Saucony too. I wonder if
Yeah.
because Saucony is more of like a running brand and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I wonder if it's gonna be more of a performance shoe. I'm assuming.
I
I mean,
don't
it might
know.
be.
I
I
doubt
mean,
it.
it can't be that great for
Yeah.
performance whenever you got so many moving pieces
Yeah.
kind of in it. But It looks really cool. Honestly, it's not like a bad looking model. Like
Right. It's
something
clean.
like this, I feel
I
like
love the box too. The
the
box is
box is really cool. I
super
don't even
dope.
know what is Tom Bogo.
Tom Boga, I don't know. They're just it's to me it's kind of like a mischief. I think
Oh, really?
kind of they do their own thing and do collabs. They
It
kind
might
of
be
float.
new. It might be a newer type.
They've been
of-
around for a while.
Have they?
Yeah, I think 2013.
Saucony's been around for longer, so I know
Yeah.
that Saucony. I mean, I'm just surprised they went like that. They teamed up with like Saucony first, I guess, because obviously, I don't know. I feel like they could have made a. I mean, we've seen different we've seen brands are trying out all kinds of different stuff. What was that Nike shoe that just came out? That was, what was it called? Like the something link, the ISPA link.
Oh, yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
two pieces, and you like could
Yeah, it
put
was like a
together.
mesh fabric that you could stretch around, basically like a
Yeah,
giant rubber
you had to,
outsole.
like, put the shoe together.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I don't know. That was a little strange. I like this version of modular design compared to that one.
It's like I love the concept. The
Yeah.
idea that you can take because you can kind of turn it. It's almost like a slide, like a
Yeah.
moccasin type flip flop, or you can put it on and it actually looks like a shoe.
Yeah.
Like the shoe, whenever it's actually constructed, has a kind of cool look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's definitely not bad. Do you have any idea what the retail price was on these?
No, I didn't. I didn't
Is it
see
going to be
yet.
limited or is it going to be like a legitimate shoe?
I'm
release?
assuming it's pretty limited because it's
Dang.
going out as a raffle.
Oh, that's right. I did see you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that's too bad because like I don't know. I guess we'll see if this if this shoe plays well because if it does like but I don't know like how that works then. Like did they trademark the idea of doing a shoe in a shoe type thing?
I don't know. I don't know
Like
if you
how
can.
can you even do that?
I don't know.
Like can you stop other brands from hey, we had the idea first and we did it first so you
I don't
can't
know.
do that?
The only thing
Because
that
you can stop brands from doing the Air Force 1. and you can
yeah,
stop
but that's a
brands from-
model. So like
That's
I
a
don't know.
model.
Yeah, but like it's the same
It's
thing.
a concept along
mean,
with the model.
Right. Yeah, it's more of a
If this does well, I feel like Nike's gonna take this and squash Saucony.
I mean, I don't know. As long as they change it up a little bit, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I can definitely see some other things like this in the future. But
No doubt.
moving on, Landon, what do we got next?
Now we got Bad Bunny and Adidas are about to fly some lucky fans out to Puerto Rico. Since 2021, Bad Bunny and Adidas have rapidly expanded their collaborating catalog, adding to the mix both Forum Lows and Response CLs. And just before the release of the artist's next offering, the Forum Buckle Low Blue Tint, the two are ushering their most exciting effort yet. The opportunity to fly out to Puerto Rico in a custom-wrapped baby blue airplane. In the spirit of summer, which unfortunately did just come to an end, Bad Bunny and Adidas are giving fans the opportunity of a lifetime. A lucky few will be gifted a trip to Puerto Rico, where they will enjoy a comfortable night out before flying to New York to enjoy a Bad Bunny concert live in the Bronx. The plane in which they do so has been custom wrapped in Benito's taste, its aesthetics symbolizing the artist's work itself, as well as the essence of La Isla. So, I mean, this is really sick, man. Like, all you have to do is to win. It's just go sign up on the Confirmed app and that to give you a chance to win. It takes like 2 seconds, so go and do that after you finish watching this podcast, of course. But I mean, I just think it's a really, really cool idea. But what do you think about, what Adidas and Bad Bunny are doing? And do you think like other brands should start doing that to just increase like, I don't know, like just like brand appreciation or awareness? I'm talking about like some of the bigger brands, they can afford to do it, obviously. Like the doors open for Nike and Travis Scott, New Balance and Jack Harlow, ASAP and Under Armour, if they're still together. I can't totally remember on
Right.
that one. But I mean, what do you think about this cool opportunity for some lucky people? Hopefully, me and you.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. But yeah, overall, I mean, I think it's a really cool thing that that Adidas and Bad Bunny are doing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to see
so
other
easy to
things
do
like
it. I
that.
mean,
Some
like,
sweepstakes, stuff like
Sneakers
that.
Counter, just like enter for a chance to. I mean, Travis Scott just performed in London.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be
I
pretty
saw
cool.
KD and Harden at his concert there. So like, he just performed in London. Like, hey, yeah, a sneakers draw is open for 10 minutes to get flown out on a Cactus Jack plane,
Yeah,
wrapped in the Cactus Jack ones, all the way out
Yeah.
to London for a night to go to a live concert.
that would
And
be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that
that
happen.
would be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the opportunity to do that is just really. Have
Would
you
you
seen
rather-
the picture of the plane? It's
No.
so cool.
Is it?
The picture of the plane is so cool. Like, here, actually, click on the link and hover over it. It'll show you what the plane looks like.
I'll just open it up.
Yeah, just open it up. It's like a really it's got Bad Bunny on the side. It's got the Adidas logo on the back.
Oh,
half.
that
It's
is
like
super nice.
like I mean, anyone could do that. Like, oh man, if Travis did that, it'd go crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, would
Travis
you-
Scott,
Here's the thing. Would you rather have one big, huge sweepstake giveaway where, like, a handful of people win, or like a medium where, like, a more of a select few, and you get a better chance.
That's the whole thing. Like, it doesn't actually say. That's the thing. I didn't actually see how many people.
Because it's going to be like 2 out of millions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like a handful of people
Yeah.
out of like all these people that are gonna enter. I also think it'd be. I wonder if there's like plus ones and stuff like that. Because Sam already said you're not doing that. I was like, yes, I am. But I mean, I don't know. I think some other brands could do this. Like
For sure.
like Adidas and Bad Bunny. That's really cool of them to do that. But they're not the only people.
Yeah.
Like Adidas and Kanye West could have done this. Obviously, I don't think that they're gonna.
Hopefully
make
they
this
give
happen
away
soon.
some shoes too.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure like.
I'm sure they're gonna
Oh,
give
are you
them.
kidding me?
They're gonna
That's-
drip them out.
Yeah, they'll probably drip them out for sure.
Yeah.
Getting to spend a night out on the town in Puerto Rico and then flying to New York to the Bronx to, like,
That'd be crazy.
bro, that is so
I
like,
would-
life changing.
I
feel
would
like.
I would always just want to experience it just because like all right like
see what goes on.
Yeah, like how does it work? Like is a celebrity like in on it? Did they want to do this? Is it more of a marketing thing? Like are they just not even in it? Like I see Bad Bunny for 5 seconds and he's like, all right, I gotta go to the studio, and you're like, cool, and then I'm just in Puerto Rico by myself. Like I don't know, like those things, like it's all this,
Like,
glitz
who,
and
like
glamour,
who's really wanting to do it? Like,
right.
as
I'd like
if,
to
like,
interview someone that actually won one of those sweepstakes and like how was
and like
it?
see what it was like. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, I want to say a lot of people. I mean, if you probably do some digging on it, they probably like document like this is what it was like for
Yeah.
me. It's just like if it's not me, it's just I'm more so just mad. Like I don't want to know how good of a time you had.
It was
I don't-
crazy.
I don't even want to know how
Best
good of
night
a
of my
time you had.
life.
Yeah, exactly. Best night of my life. They would just hand it they were just throwing $100 bills out of this machine.
Right,
They
it's
just
crazy.
like, hey, they
Yeah.
let us in this money vacuum and you could grab as much. I think I came out with like $15,000.
Yeah, just ridiculous. I don't know, but yeah, I would love to see like even brands like one upping it. They're like, oh, you flew to New York? All right, we're gonna fly you to.
We're gonna fly you to
London.
Bora Bora for
Yeah,
a week.
yeah.
You get to have your own
They're like
vacation.
one upping it.
Yeah, right.
That'd
It's
be
just
cool. They're
turned
just
into a
like
com-
flexing each other.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, that's
we're the
cool.
winners then.
Yeah,
We're the winners.
you wrapped a jet. We rewrapped a jumbo jet and the entire hotel.
We wrapped a submarine.
Yeah,
And we
Yeah,
we wrapped
exactly.
the submarine, and you get to come on the concert on the stage live with us.
right.
You get I don't know. There's all kinds of cool stuff
Yeah,
you can do.
but-
I just think it's cool that Adidas is doing something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is pretty cool. But moving on, we actually got a little follow up from the story last week. So Vanessa Bryant denies DeMar DeRozan from becoming the face of Kobe. So this is a follow up story from last week. So if you haven't heard the news, Nike has signed a new 4-year deal with DeMar DeRozan, and they have said that he will be the face and the face of future Kobe Bryant sneakers for Nike's signature line. So after the news broke, Vanessa Bryant posted on her deleted Instagram post now saying, false, he is not the face of Kobe's line. No one is. So Landon, what are your thoughts on this new beef between Vanessa Bryant and Nike?
Man, I've had plenty of time to think about it because I've been answering YouTube comments from our last week's video. People saying this isn't even true now. Well, now it's technically not true. It makes me wonder, like, where this is what I was saying to people, like, where does Nike and Vanessa Bryant like really stand?
Yeah.
Because we knew that things
They
soured
seem- yeah.
after the passing of Kobe, and the
Yeah.
models continued to kind of go on, and eventually we saw them come to a close. Like, I think that was just kind of rolling out the models that they were already working on.
Yeah.
But just like, I don't know, I don't think it was sitting right in the whole. It was still very raw, like very new and fresh.
Yeah.
And like, I just don't think it was sitting right with her or a lot of people. It's not like I can see both sides. Like, I don't know. I think it's like one of those things where it's like, I was talking to my mom about it. Like, I mean, whenever it happens, it's all very raw, but then you start to move past it. And instead of thinking about the death, you think about the life.
Right, the
and you start
legacy.
to think about the legacy and the stuff like that. So then it's just like, how do you make it move on? And in your head, you're thinking like, I'm assuming that Nike's probably thinking, DeMar's been rocking Kobe's forever.
Right.
He only plays in Kobe's.
Right.
So he's the face without being called the face.
Right.
I think
The
the problem is
exclusive.
that they put a name to it.
For sure.
So it's like you could almost say the same thing if Devin Booker wasn't about to get his own signature line. You could be like, DeMar DeRozan joins Devin Booker as the face to rock another person's shoe brand. Like, instead of being, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're calling them face of like someone else's shoe line, and the only problem with doing that is, did Kobe okay that?
Right.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't. So
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna sit here and say at that point, at that point, like I kind of do see it. Like you almost have to default to Vanessa, because I was in my in one of my comments, I was like, I don't know how much control or power Vanessa has over any of this stuff.
See,
like,
I
how
think
much, like because didn't like it went south, then they reached back out to each other, they reconnected, and they kind of started off some, because that's
they
when the
signed a new deal. Yeah,
that's when the Mambasitas
and then
Kobe's came out and stuff like
and
that.
her daughter got a whole line. And
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm assuming whenever that happened, there was some type of new contract in place. I just don't know what that looks like and how much power she has.
I know. I think she
So
got
does she have
duped.
the power to shut this down?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
like,
I think she almost kind of made the deal with the devil, basically. Kind of like,
yeah, because he's saying like as long as the Bryant family would be okay with it, but like, so then you got both sides. It's like, look, it's not her. Contractually, it's not her right to be able to say, hey, look, you can't make DeMar the face of this, even if Nike wants to. And then on the same side, is it really worth calling DeRozan? Is it really worth calling DeMar DeRozan the face of the franchise just to upset Vanessa and like sour whatever was kind of what could have like come in the future? You know?
Exactly.
It's kind of those things, just like bite your tongue, maybe.
Right.
Just like, or it's not big enough to like
right.
really.
Like, what's the point? What's the point of saying?
Is there
face?
more to gain than there is to lose? I feel like there's a whole lot more to lose off of Kobe's line than to kind of make.
Well, here's the thing,
frustrate Vanessa.
I think they needed Kobe's line, right? So then they mended with Vanessa, gave her what she wanted. She signed that. She signed the dotted line, and now it's like, hey, if you want Kobe's shoes to be manufactured how they were, this is what we're gonna do.
I don't even know that she really does. We don't know that she does.
I think she did. I think she did.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That's why they remended it.
Is that how they did it? I thought so. Nike reached out to her. She reached out to Nike.
No, I think Nike reached out to her.
That's what I'm saying. Because like I can't like obviously. I mean, shoot, we're sitting upstairs in a little storage unit, but I can't imagine Vanessa's hurting on money.
Oh no,
like she can't be hurting on money.
No,
so it's not
it's
like
all legacy.
It's not like hey, we want to. Yeah, I mean it's a legacy thing, and it's the same thing. Yeah, so I mean I can see it from the legacy perspective, I guess.
Like she wants Kobe's line to keep making shoes for generations to come. The only way to do that is to partner back up with Nike.
And the only way
you're not going to go Kobe and Adidas after his passing.
Yeah, and no one liked the way that the market looked whenever Kobe passed and the shoes came out because
they exploded.
They'd sell for like $1,000 or something like that. And I think that like the whole thing is you want everyone to have access to your shoes, stuff like that. Like you want some exclusivity, but like whenever it comes to a basketball shoe. Like, we're not talking about, like, the Jordan 1 Off-White, UNC, whatever. Like, we're talking about a basketball shoe that's a really good performing basketball shoe on almost all fronts. Like, Kobe's line with Nike was the line. It was the line until like, they stopped producing it and stuff like that. Like, some of the best shoes came out of that line of all the athletes that are in there. So, I mean, obviously, even from just a basketball perspective, you would want that shoe to be to remain active, just like for hoopers, people like that. We love testing out Kobe's. They always performed really well.
So it kind of brings up a question, and Fresh brings up a good point too. But I'm gonna spin it just a little bit. So what do you think DeRozan feels being called the face of Kobe's, and then Vanessa getting disrespected? Should he be just requesting his own shoe now?
Well, there's no such I mean, I don't think there's such a thing as requesting your own shoe, especially not at his age. So the thing is, DeRozan was actually an MVP caliber player last year for the bulk of the year.
He's older too. He's like 30s, right?
He's
on his way out.
The KDs, the Steph Currys, the guys that are on the back halves of their careers
that
have been playing for a long time. But he was legitimately like, I mean, the Bulls were like number one in the Eastern Conference for like a lot of the beginning of the year. He was like top 3, top 5 MVP voting, just like literally balling out like crazy. So in that sense, you'd be like, oh, could this guy get his own shoe? But like people like that watch the basketball landscape, they know that DeMar DeRozan's not going to get his own shoe. Not this late in his career, you're not going to start that. He's also not I feel like to some extent you either got to be really young and amazing, or you got to have the personality for it. Like someone who's gonna that people are gonna want to follow, and you're like an icon more or less.
Yeah.
Ja Morant, Tatum, Zion, Luka. Is Luka gonna be the best player ever in the world, or what? Like you gotta carry some type of. You gotta carry some type. DeMar DeRozan, he's very quiet. He goes about his business. He doesn't really dunk the ball. He doesn't shoot threes.
He's kind of like a Trout.
He shoots mid range. He's like who's he? He's like Kobe Bryant. He's literally kind of plays his game. He's mid range. He's like very similar. But I'm saying you kind of asked at the beginning how do I think DeMar DeRozan feels? I think this is gonna I would feel incredibly awkward.
Right.
I legit would not want to play in Kobe's
Right.
anymore. Like, I'm like, this is weird. Now we
Yeah.
got like Vanessa Bryant saying he's not the face of the brand. No
Yeah.
one is. Kobe's Kobe, and no one's ever gonna beat a Kobe. She's
Yeah.
like, hey, look, I was just trying to wear shoes because I liked them,
Yeah.
and like and whatever. But like, I don't want to cause any type of friction here, so maybe I'll just start wearing like the GT jumps,
Right.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'll just go into KD 15s or something.
Yeah, it's
like,
a little.
it's just kind of, I know that it puts DeMar in a weird situation. He would not like that, just from like, it's not like I got Lamar or DeMar DeRozan on speed dial, but
Right.
like just from like the optics of just like kind of how he like behaves and stuff like that, he seems like a really,
Genuine.
just very like chill, doesn't want the limelight,
Right.
doesn't want his own signature sneaker even, I would probably imagine. Like he's just more so just out
Just
there to
trying to
play,
ball.
just trying to hoop and whatever. So I do kind of feel bad for DeMar because I think it does put him in somewhat of an awkward spot.
Yeah, it is. It is. He's
Like,
right in the
it's
middle
weird.
of this
she
like
legitimately
beef.
just says no, he's not.
Yeah.
Like, and then I guess she took it down, and I'm assuming that maybe there's some type of
Oh,
contact.
Nike definitely told her to take it down. For
You
sure.
think so?
Yeah. Vanessa, with her opinions and how strongly she feels about Kobe, for sure, Nike's like, hey, you got to take that down. Or we'll stop. We'll just stop. We don't care. We'll stop making Kobe's. You
No
know?
one wins there, though.
Yeah.
No one wins there. I don't think. I don't
Nike-
even think.
Nike
I don't
will
think that
win
it was
over
like
that.
a threatening situation.
No, but
like that.
I mean,
It was probably more
definitely
just like,
Nike.
hey, look, like maybe kind of know your, like,
right.
or like just like one of those things, like just don't, speak for us.
Right.
But then again, she could say the same thing.
Right.
Like, don't speak for Kobe. Don't
Yeah.
say that he's the face of Kobe's line. She's like, no, it's not. And then they're like, don't speak for us. Well, you spoke for me first,
Yeah.
and then you spoke for him first, and now it's gonna be like a
I don't know.
like a he said, she said. type.
It's rough, man. I can't imagine that tension.
This
so
stuff
poor,
is so
poor
tough to walk
DeRozan.
around too, man.
Poor DeRozan.
This stuff's so tough to
Yeah.
dance around, man. It's a very sensitive subject.
I
Kobe was just
don't
larger
understand.
than life.
I just don't understand, like,
Well, man.
who's Nike to, like, where's the communication between them?
Man,
know?
we firsthand know that communication in the workplace sometimes is just impossible for some people.
Yeah, but still,
I mean,
like,
but a brand that big, you think that, but at the same time,
dedicate at least one person to the relationship.
who forgot to tell Kanye West that Yeezy Day was going
I
on this year?
know,
Like, that's
right?
what I'm
No,
saying.
that's
Like-
on purpose.
Like, no, but like, brand, but
Yeah.
still, I'm just saying, like, I mean, it could be on purpose,
Yeah.
but even then, it's just like,
I feel like the
where's
easy one is
communication?
on
But
purpose.
where's the communication?
Yeah,
So,
I don't
like-
know. Yeah, it's
It'll be
definitely
interesting to see
weird.
how it plays out. I think it's
Yeah.
going to die pretty quick. I don't think they want to put a lot more of attention on this.
Exactly.
It's
I don't
already
think
been
so.
2 weeks.
I
It's-
mean, that's
last week-
why she deleted the post.
Last week we legitimately did he's the face, and this week we legitimately said no, he's not. So now they're probably just gonna want to be done with it. They don't want to they don't want us to have a
I'll see it.
themed laced up episode DeMar
Yeah.
DeRozan every single week.
Well, I could see it probably spark up a little bit when basketball season kind of picks up again, and DeRozan's kind of walking in
Well,
Nikes or
if he
in
walks
any
if
Kobe's.
he walks in and doesn't play in Kobe's, that's gonna be hilarious
Yeah.
because he's been playing in
Oh,
Kobe's his whole life.
Here's the thing.
His
If he-
whole life.
If he does it, they're gonna bring this up, and if he doesn't, they're gonna bring it up. So
No way to
he's
win.
he's screwed. He's screwed either way. But
He doesn't care.
wrapping it up, Landon. What do we got last?
You know what time it is. Time to end the segment time to end the episode with our segment Copper Drop, where Chase and I will look at some of the scheduled upcoming releases, give our opinions on the design. So I'm gonna do this first one a little bit different, kind of back you into a corner here. So we have the Union LA Nike Cortez collabs releasing today, actually. So I mean today. So we have the Union LA Cortez Lemon Frost. Which is going to be the one here. So scroll down. It's
The
going to be
yellow?
the one with the yellow swoosh. And then you're also going to have the smoke gray, which is the one with the blue swoosh. You have to cop one of these. Which one would it be?
I have to cop.
Have to cop one of them.
Blue.
Have to drop the other one. Blue one?
Yeah.
Yes, great choice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm copping too. You don't really like these collabs though, do you?
No, they're horrible. I don't.
You
like
like
them.
legitimately hate them.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like them. Well, I don't hate. It's a shoe, but I mean, overall, I don't know. The Cortez.
No, you
I
just don't
think
think it
I
looks
just don't
good
like
at
the
all.
model. One, I don't. I haven't
You don't
liked
like Nike's
any.
first.
I
model.
haven't liked
That's tough.
any of the collabs on the Cortez so far. There could be one coming that I might like, but overall,
We're up to 4 now. You're
Yeah.
0 for 4 too.
no, they're
a
0
little
for 4.
different. They're 0 for 4. Fair enough. All right, so now looking at this, a quick Jordan Brand release. Copper dropped the Air Jordan 7 Citrus releasing this Saturday, I believe.
I just don't like sevens. It's okay. It's a cool colorway, but I'd still drop it. But I don't know. All black. I like the pop of color. I think it's cool. I like the lacing. That's a cool touch.
Yeah, I mean,
The stitching.
I'm dropping these two. Yeah, that's the coolest part about it. I don't like the all black, but the yellow stitching on the Air Jordan 7 is actually kind of dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't really love the Jordan 7 model either. It's just
Yeah.
kind of a weird looking,
It's just a little
shoe to
old.
me.
I think it's just an old taste. It's kind of just. I don't think it's really meant for us. I think we're just.
Yeah.
We're
Might
too
not-
young.
Might not be meant for us. But next we have the Fro Skate and Nike Dunk High collab in this all love, no hate colorway. How you liking these?
These are clean. These are clean. If it was a dunk low, I'd definitely cop. Dunk high, because it's a high, I'm gonna say no because I don't buy highs. I know I wouldn't wear it, but it is really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not. I'm copping these. I think these are so clean. You
They
got
are
the
clean.
red, the yellow, the color scheme. The details look nice. You can
Yeah.
legitimately see the imprints from
Yeah.
just the photos. So I'm assuming they're going to be really nice. Probably like, I don't know if they're dropping on sneakers. We're probably dropping on sneakers. I know they'll
Is
be
it
dropping
SB?
it.
It's gonna be an
Yeah,
SB.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's a Fro Skate, so I'm assuming it's going to drop at skate shops and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's a really clean looking shoe. I like the blue outsole. I like just everything about the shoe. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I prefer
either-
lows.
I do
Yeah.
too. I prefer lows.
I'm
I
lows
prefer
all
lows
day.
100%, but I'm not like refusing to ever wear highs.
I'll wear,
The dunk
but
high
like the
isn't high
highest I'll
enough.
go is a
The
mid.
dunk high is a mid.
Ugh.
The dunk high is a
I'd have
mid
to
on
see.
foot.
I'd
We've
have to
seen
see.
dunk highs like
No, on my
millions-
foot.
Oh, on your foot?
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I was like,
Because I haven't really. All right. Granted, I've never really worn a mid or a dunk high, or this like specific model.
because like you get it in hand, it doesn't look like
Right.
that. It looks like that. It looks like a Jordan mid.
Right. So maybe I don't know.
You already said no, so now
Granted.
we're in a tough spot because we're technically 0 for 3 because you didn't even like either of the first two shoes. I just forced you to say cop. So to finish it off, we have the Air Jordan 14 Ginger copper drop on these. I already know. Just say it. Just get it over
Yeah.
with.
Drop.
Drop,
Yeah.
man. A full week
Yellow.
of drops. I don't
I
like them
know.
either. I'm dropping these ones. But I did
14's
like the
kind of growing on me, just a little.
You know what?
bit.
You know what made the 14 grow on me? The Alile May one. With
Really?
That's
That's the
remember-
one I was thinking.
Yeah, with the emerald
With the
green
gold.
like chips and you had the
Super
like,
nice.
the, like what was it, like a grayish like faded wash gray
Actually,
upper.
I think I remember looking at those photos and saying, "Wow, these are awesome," and then getting them in, I was like, "These are so
The
cheap."
details were nice because we've had a bunch of different 14 models and we had those. We had the clot ones. You remember the clot ones that were like
yeah, orange,
like orangish, brownish.
black.
Those ones were kind of hype whenever we got those.
yeah,
The Varsity Royal maybe we got in. I'm trying to think. We got like
we
there
got a
was
lot
white
of the
and red
women
pair.
ones. Yeah,
We did get some of the women's ones in and stuff like that. Didn't what's her name? Billie Eilish dropped a Jordan 14. It was at 15. Did she drop a 14? I'm pretty sure she dropped a 14. I know she
it's kind
dropped.
of tan, right? It was tan, whatever it was.
Yeah, because she dropped the Volt
I
like
think it was a 15.
the Volt or Air Jordan 1 KOs, which we did get in.
Right, and the Air Force Ones were
Yeah,
also
with the mushroom
tan.
ones. But like, I thought she dropped like a 14.
I
or-
think it was a
no,
15.
It was the 15 with the weird like looking UFO top to the shoe, like the really weird top to the
Yeah.
shoe. We have to look at the photos. I don't love the
Yeah,
Jordan
so
14
yeah,
models.
sorry Nike, you gotta do better.
I know, man. This was a rough week. There really wasn't anything with Adidas coming out because they just
whole
had
feud.
they just
Yeah.
had Yeezy Day and
Yeah,
I,
they're
like,
recovering.
yeah, yeah, no, they're still trying to mend relationships there. I don't even know if that's gonna end up happening or not. But that's actually gonna wrap up our episode today. Thank you guys for taking some time to watch. But until next time, peace.